Hey guys, it's me, Boy Genius here. I'm gonna do another rant. This is gonna be the second and last one that I'm making tonight. Then I'm gonna go to bed. It's 12:25 a.m. right now. So, I am going to rant on winter. I just hate that season so much. And there's a number of reasons why I hate winter. I despise winter. Okay, so number one, daylight savings. I do not like daylight savings. I don't know why it exists. But daylight savings time in the winter is the worst. And I do not like it because it gets dark way too early. The sun in the winter time sets and it starts to set at like 4 p.m. or maybe 4 or 5 p.m. And then it's completely dark at around 6 or 7. That's way too early. Like, you would have, if you were like me at the time, and still am, if you decide to wake up at around 3 or freaking, I don't know, 4, and you decide to go outside, you would have less than an hour to go and do all that before it starts getting pitch dark, and then you have to be inside. It's just not enough hours, and plus, if you tend to sleep in late until that time, you wake up, you don't get enough daylight. Like, it goes dark right away, like, once you wake up. Like, I wish we would be one of the states that eliminated daylight savings, because I do not like it. And I know you guys don't like it either. There's a bunch of you guys out there who don't like daylight savings. Second reason, the cold weather and the snow. Don't you just freaking hate snow and cold weather? I only like snow for like the first 2 days or so, then I'm already dreading for winter to be over. Like, I already want winter to be over. Like, I was so freaking sick of the freaking snow every time I would go outside and have to walk through it. And it goes up to your freaking ankle. The snow here, it's like freaking painful to walk through. Like, because it goes up to your freaking ankle. That makes it really hard and more difficult to walk, and it takes longer to get where you need to be. So, freaking. That's why I don't like snow. It's because, like, you can get stuck in it, you can fall in it, you can get cold from it, and freaking. It just snows so much. Like, it goes up to your ankle, and it becomes really hard to walk through. And the cold weather is not any better. I hate cold weather with a cold-hearted passion. I really do. Like, if the temperature's in the 40s or 50s, I can deal with. But, like, once the temperatures get into, like, the 30s, 20s, and teens, in single digits, and below 0, that's when I start to have an issue with it, and I really do not like it. And what's worse is that sometimes I have to go through it, you know? like if I have to go to school but nobody can give me a ride, I have to go through it. And that freaking sucks. And it's like, no matter how good I bundle up, it feels like I'm wearing nothing. Because of the below zero temperatures freaking are too cold to walk in. For everybody to walk in, no matter how well you're bundled up and dressed up, you still feel like you're wearing nothing and you turn into a freaking iceberg. Like, you freaking turn into, like, a human ice cube, you know? I just wish that, like, Mother Nature would give us a break during winter. Like, you know, have that day or that week of snowstorms. Then after the snowstorm, temperatures, she should make the temperatures go up into the 70s for some time, and then maybe do another snowstorm and then raise the temperatures back up. You know, so we're not always having to deal with the freaking cold. It drives me nuts. Like, the only places that don't get snow is Florida. Especially Miami. Miami seems to be, like, always warm. Or Los Angeles, or Las Vegas. Charlotte, North Carolina, they do get some snow. And they have. But I would, like, excuse me. But if I had to like, choose somewhere to go to, I would definitely go to the Palm Beaches during the winter, just to avoid the snow for freaking one freaking time, dude. Like, I'm so tired of the snow and the cold weather. Like, it's so uncomfortable. Especially when you gotta walk and there's no freaking way of transportation for you, so you are left with no choice but to walk. That is such bad stuff right there. And then not only the snow you gotta deal with, the fucking ice you gotta deal with too. And I freaking hate ice. I remember one time, I was going out the door for school. I had my bike with me, right? But I didn't know how slippery the ground was, how icy the ground was. And I started riding my bike, right? And it literally took only the slightest teeny tiny turn. And boom. I freaking slipped and fell and I freaking hit my freaking head. And then it was so fucking hard to get up because of how slippery it was. Like, it was terrible. Like, it was hard to even take one little footstep because your foot slides and stuff like that. That's how bad it was that morning. So I ended up having to get a ride home, or a ride to school from one of my neighbors because I couldn't freaking walk. It was too slippery. Like, there was no salt on the freaking sidewalks or on the roads because it was really early in the morning. The place that usually goes out and salts the roads and stuff probably wasn't open yet. So, I mean, I can understand that, but still, it's like on days like this, school should not be open. School should not be open when it's too icy to walk, when it's way too cold, and when there's a lot of snow. Like, that goes up to where your thighs are. Like, nobody can walk through that. Like, that's so painful. And not only does walking suck in the winter time, but driving Winter driving is the absolute worst. Like, again, because the icy freaking streets and stuff like that make it hard to drive on. And you gotta go a little bit slower, maybe even under 35 miles per hour. Sometimes you gotta go under the speed limit. Otherwise, you'll slip. You'll slip and you'll crash your vehicle into something or someone or another car will probably slip into you, and like it could just be awful. You know, like frick. Why does every single winter have to be bad? Like, why do we always have to deal with ice and snow and stuff like that every single day? And same with cold weather. Why do we got to deal with that every single day in the winter too? Like, why can't we just get a break from it? Why can't we be like freaking Miami or the Palm Beaches or freaking Los Angeles? You know? Like, it's just so... It makes me jealous that they get to have nice sun every single 365 days a year. Meanwhile, we're dealing with cold weather, snow, daylight savings. Like, what the heck? I hope daylight savings gets eliminated sometime, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, not to mention the frickin' snowstorms in South Dakota were frickin' terrible. I remember one time we got so much frickin' snow that, like, it was like this big. It was like about as big as me. The snowbanks and stuff were about as big as me. Or as big as my apartment. Not this one, but the other one I was living in back in Faulkton. Like, we legit could not get out of our house. We couldn't let Dallas out. We couldn't go anywhere. Like, we were stuck. We were stuck inside our frickin' house, and it was frickin' awful just how much snow that we got, and none of it melted. It didn't even warm up. Like, that's... South Dakota is literally Antarctica during the winter time. It really freaking is. And let's get back to freaking winter driving real quick. If you freaking hit a snowbank that's big enough, you're gonna get your vehicle stuck. Which is another reason why I don't like winter driving. You can get your vehicle stuck in snow, and then you may not be as lucky, and you don't know anyone with a truck or anything to pull you out, so you're forced to just sit there, and you have to, like, think about what you're gonna do, and, like, you have to call someone for freaking help, and you just sitting there because you don't know how you're gonna do it, because you don't know anybody who can help you get your car out or your truck out. Well, if you have a truck, then you can probably pull yourself out. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that for sure, but maybe. I don't know. And oh yeah, I remember back in like 2018, 2017, when me, my uncle, my aunt, my two cousins, and my mom, we left from Colorado Springs and we got to Wyoming, I think. And we were at a train track. And we were getting ready to cross the railroad, and we almost couldn't stop because the road was slippery. It was kind of icy. And we almost hit the fucking train. We almost hit the fucking train. And thank God we didn't. We had four-wheel drive and, like, very good brakes on my uncle's SUV. So we were all happy that we didn't die or we didn't get killed because, like, you know, natural causes and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't like snow. I don't like winter at all. I like summer because it's hot, it's nice. You don't have to freaking wear big heavy coats. You can go out like this, or you can take your shirt off, do whatever the frick you want. Well, not take your pants off, of course. Can't really do what you want. Like, you can literally take your shirt off if you want to. I don't do it. I'm just saying. Like, if you want to, you can probably take your shirt off and it'll make you feel good or something, like, if that helps you. Unlike winter time where you gotta take your time and getting ready, you gotta get your coat on, you gotta get your proper shirt on with the proper sleeves, otherwise you're gonna be cold. Gotta get your shirt on, you know, gotta get your your jacket on, and you gotta get your little hat on, you gotta get your gloves on and your scarf, that way you don't get freaking frostbites. Like, it takes like 20 fucking extra minutes just to get ready to go anywhere, no matter how close it is, or what you're doing. You still have to take that extra time to get yourself prepared. Like, you gotta put your jacket and stuff on in the winter time. And it takes some extra time than it would in the summer, where you can just throw a shirt on, throw some pants on, throw some sandals or shoes, whatever you wear, throw some socks on, you know. And then you're out you can be out the freaking door in like under 5 minutes. Unlike in the winter time where it might take you like 10 or 20 minutes. That's another reason why I don't like winters. You gotta friggin' do all that extra clothing and stuff like that, extra layers to keep you warm. So, yeah. That's all I can really say at this point. I mean, I don't know any other reason why I don't like winter. I think I listed all of them as much as I could. And, yeah. If you guys like this video, leave a like and comment, subscribe for more rants and possibly a gameplay review. I might be looking into doing one sometime. I don't know. But, yeah. Take care.